Hello everybody, welcome to London Town. You what's up? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. So today the idea of this episode is to give an actual field test, a real world review of the 1835 Sigma Art Series lens. It's the newest addition to my bag and I'll be honest, I love it. If you're not on a full frame and you have an APS-C or the Nikon equivalent or whatever you're on, I would definitely recommend this camera. This lens is an absolute beauty. What I want to show is what it's like at the 18mm end, and also at the long end 35. I want to show you, because this is a constant 1.8 aperture, so I wanted to show you what it can actually do. So I don't know if you can see or not, but behind me is Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, and I'm walking that way towards London Bridge. So I will catch you soon. I'm going to take a few photos on the way and I'm going to show you exactly straight out of camera what they look like. I don't want to do any editing, so you can actually see what they look like. So, see you soon. Cheers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm halfway down the South Bank and having a great time. I've basically taken quite a few photos and I've realised that it's quite versatile as a walk around lens. It's very heavy. My right arm is absolutely killing me because this lens is quite heavy, so bear that in mind if you're going to be going to cities and using this as a travel lens. I also don't think it's very appropriate as a landscape lens. I know it's wide at 18mm, and obviously you can go much wider than that if you want to get a really wide angle lens. However, there's still a lot of barrel distortion at 18mm, so if you do go as wide as it can go, you will find that you have a lot of the sides start to look like they're imploding, they start to fall in on the frame. But unless you've got, you might have Lightroom or Photoshop, or I'm sure you probably will, so that won't be a problem because you can obviously correct in post. I think this is a great lens to carry around a city with you because it's so versatile. At 1.8 you can really, get these out of focus areas, probably like I look like right now because I'm filming on the lens. So it's very, and I can film, I don't know how good I look, probably not very good. But you can really shoot very close with this lens. So I definitely would recommend it for picking up the little details that you might find around various cities. Couple of tips about the South Bank. It's a great place, great thing to do if you come to London. It's free, which is great for me, love that. It's about 1.5 miles, something like that, maybe not that far. You can probably walk from Big Ben all the way down to Tower Bridge, which is probably the best things to do. We've got great scenery, including St Paul's Cathedral we're about to walk past. We've got Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament down there. You've got London Bridge on the way, the Oxo Tower. We've got just loads of great street food, restaurants, bars, everything. You've got some really cool things to do down here. A couple of tips though: don't walk out, with your everything out on show, because there are a few dodgy geezers around here. It's London town. A few opportunists, a few artful dodgers. So be careful of your wallet in your pocket, things like that. Keep your wits about you, because like I say, there's a few dodgy people knocking about. But it's a really cool place to be, and I'm going to continue shooting, and I'm going to give you my verdict right at the end. So see you in a minute. when I was actually down in London, I wanted to just shoot some video just to show you just exactly how good this lens is. Now I was shooting here at 1.8 and I was so close to that metal structure there. I must have been about 30 centimeters away. And as you can see, when it does catch the focus, it looks really, really sharp. I would heartily recommend this lens if you love pulling focus from object to object. It really is really smooth in operation when you actually do it. And the same can be said for the actual zoom ring as well. The zoom in is nice and strong. It doesn't feel cheaply made. The whole lens actually feels really well made actually. So I would definitely give it 10 out of 10 for the construction of this lens. Now the actual quality of it, it's sharp. It really is very sharp. It's probably one of the best lenses that you could get for your camera that's on a crop sensor, apart from an L series lens or the Nikon or Sony equivalent. It's very sharp. Even down at 1.8, which I was making this little mini movie on, it really is nice and sharp. Now what you will notice, there is a little bit of vignetting in the corners, but you can expect that in the lower and in the wider end. But nowadays that looks pretty cool. I mean, personally, I do like a vignette, or a vinaigrette as I like to call it. I think that, you know, they do look particularly cool, and it's not a problem for me. And what I wanted to do on this shot here was, I was just standing on the side of what do you call that? Let's just call it Big Ben Bridge. I don't really even know what it's called. I wanted people just to walk in and out of focus because I wanted to show you what it's like down at 1.8. Again, really nice and smooth. Obviously this lens does not have image stabilization, so do bear that in mind. If you are a video shooter, then I would recommend shooting on a tripod, unless you want to shoot like freelancer like me, my hand holding skills probably not as good as they probably could be. But I also wanted to say that there's not a lot of chromatic aberration with this lens either. So when shooting into bright light, when you're shooting a dark object, you will see a little bit of colour fringing, as can be expected, but with most, it's nothing too traumatic. With most software nowadays, that can quite easily be corrected. So again, if you're going to be shooting landscapes and cityscapes, it's a really positive, a big bonus for this, is that you can shoot at 1.8, which is amazing. So a big thumbs up for this lens.